Don't know where it goes. I'm on a road. Follow your heart. It won't let you down. Follow your heart. Take the steps beyond your way. Take the steps. When you have a dream, you gotta start. It's the only way. If you're gonna shine, and you're gonna shine, shine, shine. You're gonna shine. Here we are. We are on the ranch. And I'm so excited for tonight's show. I got a little scratch in my throat, so I'm making it through. But the stars aligned, and I really have lined up a really great show for tonight. So I'm going to give people a few minutes. Oh, we have comments already. Look at that. We got Billy here. We got Angela. Happy Monday evening. Yes. And I work hard that Monday isn't a 4-letter word. It's what you make of it. You know, if you let negative thoughts in, they take over. So a lot of things going well today, and I try to focus on all of that. Paul's here. Nancy, look at that. Hey, peoples. I'm glad you guys are tuning in early because we really got a great show. As you guys know, a couple months ago, I was at ISA, the ISA Awards, International Singer-Songwriters Awards, and I met some really great people. And I didn't get to talk to everybody, you know. But one of the people I always wanted to talk to was Trenton Chandler. And again, over the weekend, things just kind of fell into place. And we're going to be talking to him in a couple seconds. But On the Ranch is a show that talks about the topic of what country music means kind of around the globe. I'm on the hunt to bring you the best country music from around the world, because when we think of country music, we kind of think of, you know, Nashville, South, but there are great pockets of people passionate about country music. And it's a really broad topic today. Some people say that Fleetwood Mac on today's terms would be a country band. I don't know. Some people are going to agree with that. So without further ado, let's talk to Trenton. Woo!
How you doing?
Yeah, we got some people watching already. We're on about 7 platforms right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
7 platforms, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, 7 platforms. And the show is produced by Blast Music 24/7. Yeah. This actually came about at ISA when Troy Saha, the vice president, you know, saw the influence and power of country music. And he approached me to start this show, and I was like so happy to do it.
I think he's a pretty smart man. I really do.
Trenton, I posed this question kind of early on.
Yeah.
There's a cowboy. Now let's talk about that, because country music actually means different things to different people. Trenton, why country music?
You know, it's what I grew up with. I grew up in Texas, small town Texas. And I grew up farming and ranching, and my dad listened to country music as we listened to. So it's a little bit different than the kids now. They have their own music and headphones and everything. With my dad, you didn't touch his radio, and he loved country music. That's all we listened to. So that's kind of how it got started with me. He always loved country music, and big fan of Bob Wills, and of course, being from Texas, we like those Texas guys. And if being from Texas, we like to go to dances. You know, that's the difference in like Nashville or here. People don't dance here. Like in Texas, people come to the bar for us to sing and play, obviously, but to dance also. So that was kind of an adjustment to me. But
yeah, I've noticed Nashville has undergone some changes too, and I was surprised I didn't see as much dancing, as much original music, at least on the Strip. You have to kind of go outside the Strip a little bit. But in Pennsylvania, years ago, we had Bill Daniels' Rock Palace, which, believe it or not, played country music, and they were two-stepping around this huge hall on the weekends.
Man, it's fun, you know. I think the Texas got it going on, man. There's no other way to get that close to a woman you don't know that you might want to know. The two-step, man, it's just perfect.
You have songs you can two-step to?
Oh yeah, I think most of them. I think they're two-steppable. 4 on the floor is all you need.
I like songs that you tap along with, and
I like if you don't make your feet shuffle around, it ain't much you get for anything, I don't think.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And one thing I noticed too is that when country artists write about their town,
Yep.
the towns always look a little different, but there's always common themes. What is the country town? What does your country town mean to you?
Well, I grew up in Chandler, Texas. I mean, we're talking about one red light in the whole town, and we had little things that we used to drive around the strip. There's just little towns. That's what you do. You don't have anything to do, so you drive around, and as you get older, maybe you drink a little bit or whatever you're doing. But yeah, we used to go cruising every night, man. We just drive around and around and around and around, and so that's small town living to me. I don't know. It was pretty innocent time. There wasn't any internet or anything back then, so. Shoot, we thought we were rich till we went to a big city. Like, oh, I think we're poor. To us, we were just fine. We had everything we wanted, So, I love growing up small town, and I enjoy being country, man. I love it. It's a great way of life, great way to raise your kids, I think.
So for you, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I grew up with horses and cattle and all that stuff, livestock, and grew up working with all that stuff and farming a little bit, and I didn't want to do any of that. There's Angela Marie. Yeah, it's pretty cool. See Bill out there. Howdy, he's cool. Yeah, so grew up in small town Texas, and that was just the way of life. I've got a couple of songs about it. One of the songs I wrote is called "These Friends of Mine," and we hadn't even released that song yet, but it's coming out. It just talks about small town living. And, pretty simple times, man. Pretty simple.
So you don't think there could be country in the city?
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to say that. The thing about music, it can be whatever you want it to be, and that's why the hip hop influence is what's going on with the radio right now. It's not I don't know. I kind of like some of that stuff, but I like the old stuff really better than anything. But that's my generation, a different generation. See, this younger generation, they grew up with the headphones and they could listen to their own music instead of mom and dad's music. So they didn't really get exposed to the old stuff, I don't think. Like I said, mine was not a choice. We were listening to country, and that was it.
Well, yeah, my house, there was a show. You ever see Hee Haw?
Do what?
There was a show called Hee Haw.
Oh, yeah. One of my dad's two favorite shows, Hee Haw and Dukes of Hazzard. Those were two favorites.
Right. But there was a kind of rock country divide in my house.
Yeah, I think Garth Brooks kind of broke that door down. And he put the rock show, a little bit of rock and roll into country, and we all loved it. And then, so I don't have a problem with any of that. The music has to evolve. If you just keep it in a box, it gets boring, So even when I'm bringing some of my stuff, sounds more like outlaw stuff. Like some of the songs I've recorded and written here recently, I think if Waylon Jennings was alive, I think he would record a song like that, or sing a song like that. And so that's kind of what I look for. But that's just the songs that have done best for me are the ones that I've written just really for myself, not thinking about charts or none of that stuff. They're the ones that have gone to number one for me, Causes Show and several different platforms. So I think
go ahead.
The more I think about it, you just be authentic, just be who you are. And we went number one to the pop charts with, just straight ahead country. So
yeah, there's so much country, and I'm glad you said about Garth Brooks and some of the artists, Blake Shelton. You listen to it and you go, all right, there was a really screaming lead right there. How's that not rock?
Yeah,
but it's country. So you got some fans chiming in. We got Nancy. Billy's chiming in.
Video here. Let me try to get it back.
Yeah,
I got a phone call. That's what it was. Okay. Here I'm back.
Okay.
I didn't know my phone was checked into all of that.
Right. But we got a lot of people chiming in right now, and I'm putting some. Oh. That's usually my mom when it happens in the middle of the show because she's got the worst timing. Like, ever.
Yeah, moms do that sometimes. All right, I think we're back in. I'm gonna see if we can get them to quit calling me.
All right. Well, we got Rocky chiming in.
Hey, Rocky, what's up?
Dolores loves her Cowboys.
Here's Dolores. How you doing, Dolores? All right.
Yeah. Bobby's chiming in.
Wow, we got some of the best people in the whole world chiming in now. I love
I
these people.
know we got a crew tonight.
They
This is
follow a crazy cowboy. So, Bobby.
Now, you call Texas home, but you've traveled around. You've
Been around
had
a
some
little bit. Sure have.
experiences.
Yeah. I absolutely love Texas, and I'm glad to be from there. When I die, I'm going to go back there, I guess, you know. I love Texas. Well, being from Texas, I love the people, love the attitude, everything about it. I went to Nashville just because I write songs. I wrote some pretty good songs, and I wanted to compete on the big chart. I could have stayed there in Texas and been on the Texas chart, which is it's
Mhm.
a fine living. But I just always thought I could write songs that could be on the big chart, you know. So I went down to find out. I learned a lot. I spent almost 10 years there. Did over like 1,100 shows in those years,
Wow.
which as a performer, I just went from one place to a whole other place. And then as a songwriter, I was writing probably 50 songs a year back then. So yeah, it just every part of Nashville helped me out. Nashville wasn't easy by any means. It's you got the most talented kids from all over the world, not even just America, but from other countries that come there to try to make it. So if you're there and you stick around, and I was there for 10 years and had some of the best gigs around and played seven shows a week for a long time. And to be able to do that, I didn't get started until I was later, a little later. I did other things before I got back to music. I didn't really start singing until I was, I guess, 36, 38 years old. And I'd never sang professionally. I just knew I had a nice voice just from being in choir and church and stuff like that. So when I started
So
playing
you were just
guitar, when I was around
you were just
38,
mostly a guitar player? You were most. I'm just going to clarify. You were mostly a guitar player.
yeah, I mean, I can play pretty much anything, make a little sound out of it, but guitar's my main instrument. Yeah.
Okay. And what made you want to start singing?
I always wanted to sing, I think. I never thought I never had the confidence to have it. When I was a kid, I was in a band, and I was writing songs even back then. I always had a lead singer. I was a little bit too shy. When people see my show, don't think that I was ever shy in my whole life, but I was. And I was a little afraid to sing in front of people. But I always wanted to sing, and I enjoyed singing. And so, yeah, when I started to do music just for a living, you got to be the singer too. You know, you got to do it all if you can. So I really enjoy it. My voice is one of my favorite parts of my whole life right now. I love it.
Oh, that's amazing. You know, it's a whole nother instrument that you get to work with and add
Yeah.
to your
Well,
own
your voice
song.
really is an instrument. I mean, that's the thing. And everybody has like a unique instrument. You can't duplicate mine. You can have something sound sort of like it, but not exactly like it. And the same with all my heroes, all the singers that I like. You can't ever sound exactly like them, or at least I can't. But their styles kind of mold together, things that you like, and it becomes your style after a while. It's a little of this, a little bit of that. And, you know, things that I
Okay.
love come out in my voice. That's for sure. Melodies.
So let's talk about the first song we're going to listen to. We're going to watch the video for She Keeps Her Boots On.
She keeps her boots on. Well, let's see here. Now, when I moved to Nashville in 2012, I'd always wanted to go to Nashville, and it was kind of a scary thing for me, as it would be for anybody. And so I'd written this song called "Do You Right," and I thought that could be a hit song. So that was a song I was kind of promoting then, and I did a Kickstarter program just to record that song, go to Nashville, record it. My intention was to come right back to Texas and then try to promote it. So I went to Nashville with that, with very little money. My truck lost reverse gear on the way down. And I just took that as a sign from the universe not to turn around. And when I got to Nashville, it was all I ever thought. I was like a bright-eyed kid. I love the honky tonks. I wanted to be on those stages. I just enjoyed the whole scene. And so I didn't leave. I just stayed there. I did record that song, and then I started writing other songs. This was the very first song I wrote in Nashville that I thought was worthy of recording. It was the second song that I recorded in Nashville, and I'm still proud of it. I still think it's a great song. I still think somebody will take it up there on the charts one of these days. But I always like the kind of humor of it. It's got a little humor to it, and it's a good song. I like it.
All right, we're going to listen to it. And then I want to talk about Nashville recording. It has a different style than a lot of other places.
Nashville definitely does. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that when we come back. We're going to listen to She Keeps Her Boots On.
All right.
songs, and I'm out every night, seeing girls from all around the world. You got your New York City type, sipping on red wine, all in a hurry, never seem to have the time. But honey, that's alright. I want a girl who keeps her boots on, come on, country as a country song, dancing on the bar, shooting shots of Patron. Before long, you'll be riding shotgun. Come on, come on, come on. Love it when she keeps her boots on. Hollywood girls got stars in their eyes, living by the ocean, all I need is the riverside. Hey, your boots next to mine. Couple cane poles fishing, girl, you got me wishing I could be the one taking what you're giving. Yeah, that would be alright. I want a girl keep the boots on, come on, country as a country song, dancing on the bar, shooting shots of Patron. Before long, you'll be riding shotgun. Come on, come on, come on. Love it when she keeps the boots on. I love it when she keeps her boots on, yeah. Seattle, Chicago, or Washington, or any place under the sun. If you want to turn me on, keep your boots on, come on, country as a country song, dancing on the bar, shooting shots of Patron. Before long, you'll be riding shotgun. She keeps her boots on, come on, country as a country song, dancing on the bar, shooting shots of Patron. Before long, you'll be riding shotgun. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, she keeps her boots on. She keeps her boots on, boots on. Oh, she keeps her boots on. Oh, honey, keep your boots on.
All right, we're getting some really great feedback on that song. Dolores, Rocky, Nancy, Billy Can't Stop Dancing, Bobby.
Yeah, it's a good song, man. That was the first one that I recorded that I wrote and recorded in Nashville. It was the very first one.
And to me, that's you bringing small town country with you.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. You know, that's I'm a filter. Whatever I write is filtered through me and my experience. So that's how it works, you know.
So, and you have a definite idea of, you know, what that country should be and what you're looking for.
I think so. You know, I like the way I grew up. Yeah. I think it's a cool way to grow up. Not everybody has the opportunity to do that. Some people grow up in big cities. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just different strokes for different folks, you know.
Right. But it is true. Like, you had an idea of country when you were in Texas. Then you go to Nashville, and they got their own idea of country, their own way of recording. How was that? You know, you have both ideas of what country is, like converging at the same time.
Well, you know, I tried to participate in all of it. You know, the waltzes and the outlaw country, that comes naturally. I do that stuff all day long and love it. I did, you know, you're writing with all people. For me, I got there when I was already I was old enough to be Bear's dad by the time I got to Nashville. So I'm writing with these young kids, and so I would. There has to be some give and take in songwriting. So a lot of times, you know, I'd kind of go along with them, and we'd write some pop stuff. I wrote a bunch of pop songs. I like them. If it's just me, I just write country songs, but I write a little bit of everything. So pretty much whatever the universe sends me, however you want to look at it, I write it down, and people like it, I just keep playing it. I got a song right now called Peaches is out, just a guitar and a vocal. And it's one of my favorite songs, you know.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
When you're writing an album and you have all these songs coming, do you think tempo and, you know, the placement of songs? Okay, I need a faster song. Okay, I need to slow it down.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty good question. I think all my stuff is mid tempo, so high tempo. And then I like even my live show. I like to get you up way up here, bring you up here, and then bring you down for just a second. Just a little slow song, maybe a sad song. Give you a chance to get your drink, catch your breath before you start dancing again. And, a lot of people don't understand that. They just want high energy all the time, and I'm not against that. But I think when you have a little ebb and flow, they'll go with you. They'll go down for a second, relax for, and then you can bring it all back up again. So definitely high energy is the way to go if you're performing. But I like a little bit of both. I like to have a slow song every now and then, or a sad song every now and then.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, I think those are the best shows. They take you on a journey. They bring you up. They know how to bring you down.
You know, if you got to get a group of people that are with you, you can do pretty much anything. You know, if they're on the journey with you and they're liking what you're doing, you can take them anywhere you want to go.
Right.
And, I take them all over the place. I don't even know. I always know where I'm taking them. But we're going.
You guys are going for a ride. So, are there any collaborations that you're particularly proud of?
Well, the Beaches song is a collaboration between me and my favorite guitar player in Nashville is Cody Atkins, and me and him probably played, I don't know, 400 shows together easy. So I know him really well. He's a great guitar player, great singer, great songwriter, all of it. So I really enjoyed that collaboration with him. And well, I don't know. Listen, I used to play my band. The last year I was in Nashville, I cut 32 1099s. That means I had 32 people that played for me over the years. And I had the best fiddle players around. Most people weren't doing fiddle back then, and probably still aren't. I was if you Nashville in my day there, if you wanted to see real old, country music, you came to my show. We could be tipped into playing pop music, but we want the fiddle in there. Devil Went Down to Georgia, stuff like that. So I've played with some of the best, people on the planet. My drummer used to drum for Randie Travis. My fiddle player plays for Josh Turner. It's just like that. The guitar player played for Joe Diffie. So when they're off the road, they were playing in my band, and yeah, man, what crazy talented people! It's amazing. It's amazing
It is.
the talent level out there.
It is.
It's really high, man. Do you make in Nashville? You're pretty good if you even just get to stick around.
Yeah, and then that's the thing. People go with stars in their eyes. They don't make it in a week, and they don't understand that there's so much talent trying to rise to the top.
Well, I got something to say about that, because by the time I went to Nashville, like I said, I was, most of the shelf life was like 21 years old to get into Nashville, so I was already twice that when I moved down there. And, I started off, the first time I tried out Tootsie's, I didn't make it. And I came back the next week, and the guy that hired me, he told me, this is years later after I've been working for a long time. He said, "You know why I gave you a job?" I said, "Nope." He said, "Because I knew that you'd already been there once and failed. And you came back and you said that big Texan with that curly hair ain't going back to Texas. I might as well just hire him. He's going to work somewhere." But I started off with the worst shows that you could have financially speaking.
Right.
I was just happy to be there, happy to be working on my craft, and then I worked up to the upper echelons of Nashville. But the kids that it's kind of like a high school class. Whatever class of kids that get there or people that year, you kind of know each other. You see them coming, some go higher, and so some of the kids that I was hanging out with and writing with and everything. Now when they came to town, they got the best gigs, and they got the money. They were making money from the beginning. In the beginning, I was mowing yards just to make my rent, to supplement.
Right.
So,
Right.
So when I've gone through some troubles, and you're going to do that in your career and life, which is the way it is. I'm glad that I started off kind of the hard way, because when people get things easy at the beginning, if it gets hard after that, they're like, "Oh, well, I don't know if I can do that now. It's not easy anymore."
Yeah, you don't appreciate the journey. You really don't. And you don't appreciate your fans, and you don't appreciate, the behind the scene things that are going on. The moving
the
parts.
people that I feel for are those kids that came into town, and they had all the big gigs, and then they lost all that stuff, and they weren't willing to go to where I'd started at, to the awful gigs to start. So, but mine was just progression. By that second year, I had my own band, and I was doing band slots, and that's a big honor with Tootsie's. That's where I worked in the beginning.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So to be a part of that whole Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, you name it, everybody's been to Tootsie's and lived there. And, so I wanted to be a part of that, and I love playing for Tootsie's. It's good. It's fun.
My first album was actually produced by Marty Rifkin, who's a pedal steel guy and really brought a cool vibe to what I was doing. And it was a great way to learn.
Right.
You know, he walked me through like years ago, you know, and taught me how to work with a producer and the musicians and really hear each part that you were laying down.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a process, and there's a little art to working with all that. To be able to work with all these great musicians, some of them are a little finicky, and some of them are a little this, that way, and the other. So it takes a little bit to learn how to work with all those personalities. So I see where you're coming from there. Definitely.
Yeah. You just hope, you know, in Nashville, you stick around for a while and you know who you can trust and turn to. And there's a lot of nefarious people out there.
You can trust no one.
I was going to go there. I mean, it's a process, you know.
You gotta realize that this whole music business is built on taking people that have talent and not giving them what they're worth, at least in the beginning. And so you gotta watch yourself, man. There are people at every different turn that I'm gonna make you a star, and they're gonna screw you around. So you just gotta watch it, man. It's a dog eat dog world out there. Now that's not the people I prefer to be around, but it's parts of the reality of it. So
Right. There's some really good people that honestly want to help and are true musicians, and you're one of those. You know, I had Eric
Well,
Summers on before, and he's another one. He'd do anything for an artist.
yeah.
But it's a business, and there's a CD side of the business.
Mhm. Well, it is a business, and that's what I don't get complaints very often, but like on my Facebook live shows, we do tips, we do everything we do a live show, we do on my Facebook show. And you know, in the beginning, I'd have people say, "Well, why are you asking for tips? This should be free or whatever." It's like, well, it's a business, and like if I don't make money doing music, I gotta go do something else because I gotta pay my rent too. So
Yeah.
if I'm not gonna make money doing this, what do you want me to do? You want me to do another job and then sing for you for free? So, but I've got great fans, and they've supported me through thick and thin. We've been up on top, we've been down the bottom. So,
You know, it's interesting. When I toured down south, and I'm going back down there in a couple weeks, if down south, if you play for tips, you could actually make some money. Not all areas are that supportive of artists.
it's true. I can, there's some people don't get it. That's what the nice thing about Nashville is that most of those people get it. That hey, we're working there, and the bars just screw the musicians. I mean, I hate it. It doesn't even matter which one. All of them screw the musicians because they can. They have so many people that want to work there. When I first started there, a band gig, we got $40 per man to play that gig. Now it costs $20 a park.
Yeah, right.
I started
Right.
with $20 to do a 4-hour show. And so I'm here to tell you, if you want to learn how to get tips and work the crowd, that's how you do it. If you're hungry and need to pay your rent, you're going to figure something out.
Right. Right. Yeah. The city, when I was trying to play in the city, there were, there's pockets of country music, Americana music. But the guy at the door, I brought all the people in, the guy at the door, he only gave me $2 a person. And I'm like, that's not even covering my tolls in to the city. So
It's funny, you see these the bands that come in, they probably got $15,000 worth of equipment just to be there to pay for that, $100. The musicians are music. We love what we do, and
we do, and it's a labor of love, and we know the risks. You just try to again find the best people that you can to navigate all of this. But it sounds like you've done a great job. We're going to listen to another one of your songs. Let's talk about One Night to Remember.
This is probably my favorite video that I've ever done. A buddy of mine, Russ, that he actually produced my first record, and he was also had bought a real nice camera, and he was just anything electronic he was good at. And so me and him did several of the videos that we did back there off that record. And what I would generally do is I'd go to his studio and get a song kind of started, see where we want to go, and then I'd take it to the big studio and record it, because I could do that. And so anyways, great song, One Night to Remember. We're trying to go for like an old school vibe, being the guy that wrote it. We wanted something that was, I don't know, 50s, 60s kind of sound and stuff. And yeah, so that's how that came about. And this is probably one of my most popular songs. No One Night to Remember. Almost everybody likes this song. And yeah, it's a good song to start Friday night out with. I'll tell you that.
All right. We got some good stuff. Here we go.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, baby, it's a Friday night, and all I wanna do is hold you tight. Slip into that dress that fits just right. Slide it on over the way that I like. Hey, baby, put those high heels on. We're gonna dance till the break of dawn. We'll be singing to our favorite songs. So let your hair down and baby hold on. We're gonna dance like Fred and Ginger. Move like Elvis singing Love Me Tender. Fall asleep somewhere down by the river. This is gonna be one night to remember. Whoa, 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 one night to remember. You know I love it when you swing those hips and slide your finger in between your lips. Can't stop thinking about your sweet kiss. So come a little closer just like this. We're gonna dance like Fred and Ginger. Move like Elvis singing Love Me Tender. Fall asleep somewhere down by the river. This is gonna be one night to remember. Whoa, 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 one night to remember. We're gonna roll like a 57 Chevy. Gonna party like we're down at the levee. Wear my ring, baby, let's go steady tonight. Woo! We're gonna dance like Fred and Ginger. Move like Elvis singing Love Me Tender. Fall asleep somewhere down by the river. This is gonna be one night to remember. Whoa, 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 one night to remember.
All right. Well, we are on the ranch with Trenton Chandler. Another great song. A lot of people chiming in about that one. So there were a lot of people enjoying that. Guys, everyone watching, if you notice, there's my website is scrolling along the bottom. If you want
I just realized that myself. I'm about to start interesting people. It's pretty cool.
So if you want to be on the show, randieoneal.com/shows to apply. Love to have you on the ranch. Right now, we are back with Trenton. And you were saying?
I don't know what I was saying. What was I saying? I was just saying hi to all my folks. I just realized I could do the chat thing. I was sitting there looking at all my folks.
Yeah, and I'm trying to put some of the comments up here so others could see them because they're actually coming in from 7 different sites. There's some people watching on YouTube. We have a couple Facebook sites. There's actually 2 or 3 YouTube sites that they're streaming from. So I can see what sites everyone's on. So
that's cool.
And Trenton, you had a private one. I don't know if everyone can see that.
Private one. Let's see that.
Nope, I can't share that one.
Oh,
okay.
That afterwards then.
So yeah, I wonder if the comments go yeah, they added more features to Yard Stream, so it's like it's been pretty cool though. The videos come in and out really nice, and the sound is a lot.
It looks really good.
Yeah, Yeah. So so a lot of people congratulating you on that song. Is that one of the songs you won an award for?
No, well, the album is I won an award for the album. So album of the year. So yeah, I was part of it. Yeah, that was that. Let's see, that record took 4 years to be built. Really, the pain for it was the hardest part. It was expensive, and we weren't making any money in Nashville. But every $100 I got, I took back. And so we did it piecemeal. We did like a songs when we could, and then we just put it all together at the end. Um, but the other thing is probably for every one of those songs, I probably wrote 20 songs that didn't make it. To get just the best of the best.
Right.
So the
Are
ones that
there
are on there, are very best stuff I had at that moment, and that's the way it is with all my records. It's just I give you everything I got, and the best stuff goes on, and sometimes you might have to make tough decisions. We on this record that we have out now, we had I always wanted to write a song called "I Came and Drank I Don't Remember" since I moved down here. It's the motto of one of the bars down there. And I had a really good song on that record that got kicked off because I wrote that song like 2 days before we went in the studio. So
Now, who helps you with that process? Is it the people in your band, your producer? Do you belong to songwriting associations? How does that work?
I used to go to BMI, which is who I'm affiliated with. I used to go to some of their songwriting classes. I've done some song pitches and stuff like that. I just pretty much do most of the stuff myself. I hire the best people that I'm aware of that I can afford it, anyways, and then I let them kind of do their thing. And it's been the recording process has been wonderful. I do my recording at Baird Music Group, and I worked with the older man that was there, and he retired, and his kids are now taking over it. And so I know all those guys, and what I always try to do with my guy when I get my group of musicians in there. One thing I love about Baird is y'all play together. We're in different rooms. It's mic'd up differently, but it's not
Uh-huh.
like they're doing the drums and then you do the bass after this. We're all playing together at the same time.
Right. And that's
So
very Nashville. That's very Nashville. A lot of studios don't do that so much anymore. It's like they bring in a keyboard player, he does 5 songs. They bring in a guitar player, they do 5 songs.
well, and I know click tracks are necessary for a lot of folks. My favorite songs I've done don't have a click track to them. They're pretty close, but they might vary just a little bit. I like music when it like starts slow and speeds up a little bit towards the end. I kind of like that. So I don't know. I just every time I get somebody that's a super player at something, I say, listen, this is what I'm hearing for this part, but I've got you here for a reason because I love what you do. Show me what you got. If you got a different idea, let's hear it. The worst thing I do is say no, and we do it the way I thought about it. I've gotten some of the best performances out of people that way, and that's not necessarily the norm in Nashville. I think a lot of people get pretty opinionated about it's got to be this way. It's got to be, I like to have a group of people and like there be an energy of it, and we're all working on it
Mhm.
together.
But
Yeah.
I'm sure that was a process letting someone else take some pride in your music and take control of some of your music and say, okay, what if we tried this? And
Well, it's really not that. I mean, by the time we get there, I've got charts, so we're not changing like the chorus or we're not doing any of that stuff. We're just talking about their individual performance, about
okay.
what the guitar solo is going to be like, what's the fiddle solo going to be like. So it's more stuff like that. By the time we got there, we've got a structure, we've got a song, we got a Nashville
Okay.
number system, we have a chart and everything. So that's what makes us able to just play these songs like they always know me, those charts. So
Yeah, it's
uh,
too expensive to do it any other way to start here. I think I have an idea,
yeah.
at how many bucks an hour, like, yeah,
Well,
you have to
back in the day, that's what they did. Waylon and them, they'd stay in the studio for a month. I would love that if I had the cash to do that. I'd do the same thing. Um, I love performing, but right next to performing is recording. It is a fun process. It was very frightening in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie, because you're dealing. Of course, when you first get down there, I wasn't quite as seasoned I was. I wasn't as confident about my voice, my playing, all that sort of things, writing. So you're here with these world class people, and you're like, I don't know if I belong here now, But you're working on my project, so I guess I do belong here.
right, right. Just have to trust you. You're in this room and here we are.
Oh,
So
I find musicians to be pretty accommodating like that, particularly the ones that are really good. Ones that are really good don't have anything to prove. They're there
yeah.
to do a job and do it well, and yeah, and
But they
they're
want your respect and they don't like attitudes, they don't like egos, they're all there to do a job and help you, you know.
exactly, and we all help each other. They get paid really well for hours worth of work, and and but I wouldn't have it any other way. I started this last record. I thought I have a studio here at my house, and which I'm not really good at all that studio stuff. I'm better at singing, writing, and playing. But I thought, I'll record this stuff. That's what I'm gonna do. I bought this equipment. Thought, I'll record it right here, and that didn't last very long. There's no way I could get this out anyway through those Nashville recordings. So
I during COVID I tried to do that because I wanted to put an album out, and I started, playing around my little home studio, and I'd send stuff to my producer, and he'd go, "Yeah, no."
Well, what's been good for me is to get the demo though, and the demo was pretty close to the finished product. But you take the demo of what you want to be, and then you put the world-class musicians on top of it, and boom, there we go. So,
Right.
I love songwriting. I love everything about it. I'm always fascinated with songs. I love chord structure. I love melody. Just all that stuff. So, I try to follow kind of the rules on it, and then it's fun to break the rules every now and then, do something different. So.
I love that too. I love that too. Knowing the rules and knowing when to break the rules is a lot of fun. How about you in video? I mean, videos are huge right now on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, again, if I have to choose between the video and the music, I'm choosing to record the music. The videos we've done, it wasn't my idea always to be videos. I never even thought about stuff like that. They're there because that's what people watch. People watch more than they listen these days. Most people I know spend more time on YouTube than they do on the radios anywhere. So I had those out there, and it's not that it's not an afterthought by me, but if I got a bunch of money to spend, I want some more songs, But we've done some pretty cool videos, and I'm going to continue doing them. They're a lot of fun. The shoots are fun. So I just try to show up and be my crazy self,
Yeah. It's amazing because I love shooting video. I don't know why. It's like it's my inner sandbox, and I bring people in to play in my sandbox. And I'm always amazed how easy it is to get people to join you and do silly things in front of a camera.
Yeah. Hey, everybody wants to be a star.
Here's your 15 minutes. Come over here. Join me. Just jump around. My one and I had kids just running in and out of trees. It was called "Don't Tell Mama," and they're running around like trying to get away from their mother because they did something they weren't supposed to.
I should have written that song. Don't tell mama.
Everybody. And last week there were things I did that I don't want mama to know,
Don't tell mama. It's really fun. I might have to do my version of that song. I like it.
Yeah, go for it. It's good stuff. Fun songs are, people love just good old fashioned fun songs. They don't have to be deep. They don't have to be heavy. They're just fun.
Well, it's fun. It's fun when it can be a lighthearted song that does have a little depth to it. If you really listen to it, that's the type of thing that I like. I like having you have to break down the layers to really kind of get the song. And maybe things about something. Maybe it's really not about that. Maybe it's about something else. I always loved intriguing stuff like that. Something in the Orange. I think is the song right by Zach Bryan right now. It's really popular. And I didn't care for it when I first started doing it. And my people out there just kept going, "You got to sing the song. You got to sing the song." I started singing it. I love that song. And the reason I didn't love it at first is I didn't realize it was the 6/8 time. And Waylon and those guys did a lot of 6/8 time stuff. So that if you're trying to do it in 4/4 and 6/8, that's why it was such a hard song to play. You can't figure it out. You can't ever reconcile 4 instead of 3. So, but when I figured that out, I started really paying attention to it. It's a really well crafted song. I love stuff like that. And when I get this, I have like an appetite for it. It's like I can listen to the same song over and over and over and over, just trying to get the essence of it.
And there's a skill to that too, because if I tell people I'm writing a song about domestic violence, no one's going to listen. But if I tell them I'm writing a murder ballad, like, okay, well, listen to that,
Well, I want to hear some of that. I'm a big fan of the murder ballad. I got to tell you, I haven't written one yet, but I'm going to.
I finally pulled it off with this album. It's not out yet. It's called Olivia, and she's a waitress, and her boyfriend stalks her and gets her in the parking lot.
But, that's the thing about being a songwriter. You can actually kill people if you want to in your song, at least.
I know, and my niece volunteered for that video too, and I was like, "Great, you're going to be the body." So it's fun stuff. Fun stuff.
Well, when you're sitting here, I got to introduce everybody to my favorite. This is my favorite item on the whole planet here. This is Carla. This is my prized Gibson J200 guitar.
Is that your security blanket? Your
4 or 5 years old, I wanted this guitar because I saw Elvis playing one. So I thought that had to be what it is. I didn't know it was the most. I didn't know anything about it. I know it's the Gibson most expensive guitar you can buy, pretty much, or one of them. But I'm here to tell you, I got this was my dream. Is always have this guitar, and it's I love Carla. We
What kind of
played
inlays are
thousands
those?
of shows together. Well,
What kind of inlays? I can't see the inlays. I want to see the inlays, Trenton.
What's that?
What are the inlays? I can't see them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're gorgeous. Look at that. Pretty. She's sweet.
Classic Gibson type stuff when they really do it right. And this is what I like. This right here. It's like a mustache. Right here. That's just detail work, and that's the way Gibson does things with the high end stuff. You know, I love this guitar.
It's sweet.
Love this guitar more than I do most people.
Well, you're not gonna play guitar. Why don't we listen to your last video here? Let me bring it up. Sweet Southern. Title's cut off.
Sweet Southern Night, yeah.
Sweet Southern Night. Okay.
That was one of my most popular songs in Nashville. Of course, you get the Nashville. Most of we're playing for tourists there. That's where we make our money, from tourists. But you have these groups of people that are in Nashville. They do other things. They make good money, and they do love music and want to be a part of it and want to know the artists and stuff like that. So my friends that were like that, this was their favorite song off that record. And the funny thing is that most people thought it was what they say. They call it a sweet summer night instead of Southern night.
Okay.
So I guess it could be either it's Southern is what we said, and that was the intention, but sweet summer night, I don't know. I guess it kind of sounds like that. But yeah, I love this song. I think the guitar work on this one's really cool, man. Check it out.
All right, let's listen to some guitar work, and it's that guitar we're listening to, right?
That's right.
All right, let's give it a listen.
Summer breeze across my face, sitting on the dock down by the lake. Listen to the night owl singing his song with the crickets and the bullfrogs humming along. Yeah, soft cherry lips that taste like wine, rubbing up and down all over mine. Your skin-tight shorts and long tan legs got me all wound up like a ball of thread. And nothing but the stars in the sky watching over us. Nothing but the heat of the night falling all over us. Couldn't paint a picture any better than you and me, girl, sitting here together with the moon in the sky and the glow in your eyes. It's a sweet southern night. It's a sweet southern night. Walk for a while along the shoreline, feeling your hands slipping into mine, watching your smile light up the night like a fireworks show on the 4th of July. And nothing but the stars in the sky watching over us. Nothing but the heat of the night falling all over us. Couldn't paint a picture any better than you and me, girl, sitting here together with the moon in the sky and a glow in your eyes. It's a sweet southern night. A sweet southern night. Couldn't paint a picture any better than you and me, girl, sitting here together with the moon in the sky and a glow in your eyes. It's a sweet southern night. Nothing but the stars in the sky watching over us. Nothing but the heat of the night falling all over us. Couldn't paint a picture any better than you and me, girl, sitting here together with the moon in the sky and a glow in your eyes. It's a sweet southern night. It's a sweet southern night. It's a sweet southern night. It's a sweet southern night.
And we're back. That was some sweet guitar. I hear the acoustic. Now the electric, was that a Stratocaster?
I believe it was. Yeah, that's not me playing the electric. I play the acoustic, but yeah, what a talented guy, man! It was so much fun. All the stuff he did on that guitar was amazing. And we know that's what you're going for with the songs. We're trying to have like a song that's popular. You know, something that's hooky, that's fresh. That's like your ear goes, I don't think I've ever heard that before. So that's what we were going for. I think we got pretty close. We didn't hit it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it built really nicely in the way, you built into that lead guitar and then you started adding in more and more. A really nice build. And you started acoustic and then you added more and more of that Stratocaster in the end. Really sweet. Really sweet. So I don't know. Bobby's saying something about Raymond Bound. What does that mean?
About what? Oh, the Ryman Bound. Okay, so my big goal my whole life is just to play the Ryman. That's pretty simple. It's one of the big ones. That's we're going to check it off the list. 10 Steps from Tootsie's. I think is that the next song you're going to play? I don't know what song you're playing, but anyways, that's a song that was written about me playing the Ryman. That's what I want to do. So the day I play the Ryman, all my people there, I'm going to sing the song that I wrote about playing the Ryman. That song I used to play at Tootsie's, so you could sit. You're literally 10 feet away from the Ryman. You're on the other side of it, though, on the bar side of it. And I always thought that was so interesting because you're like, the place you want to go is just like 10 feet there, but it's a long ways to get there, So that's kind of what that song's about. It talks about all the guys that were running the show when I was there. Uncle John was a real guy. In order to work there, we started working. You had to call him at 5:30 in the morning to see if he had a job that day. And
goodness.
so yeah, we're doing all the things we're doing. Then we're getting up at 5:30 so we can work. My favorite, Greg Humphreys is one of my favorites. He's in there. He died a few years ago, but Greg was a bass player, and he a wonderful bass player. And he's the guy that brought me along, kind of got me going, gave me a few pointers, that sort of thing. But Greg loved smoking marijuana. He had the best marijuana. That was back before it was all legal. I mean, I don't guess it's still legal in Tennessee. But if you were a young person and you're wanting to get on with the gig, you hung out with him. So we'd know it when he's going to be there. So walk over there and smoke a joint with him in the alley and talk about music. It's the best conversations I ever had my whole life. It was awesome. Yeah. So I miss Greg, but he's song. Just anybody that's ever played at Tootsie's, even played the downtown circuit, they hear this song and it means something to them.
Right. Right. Yeah, I'm heading back that way. So on November 14th, I think. So where can we find you?
Well, I'm here in Key West, Florida. I was in Nashville for all those years, and I was not planning on moving. I had no plans to move anywhere. I thought I was pretty happy. I came down here on vacation, and I stayed for a couple of weeks, and then I stayed for 3 weeks, and I stayed for 4 weeks, and then it's been 6 months I was here. And it just, the island vibe just works with me, and just I'm just kind of, I understand it, I get it. And the music scene's different here, but it's a great music scene here. Yeah, so I love it. I love the warm weather. I bought a boat, so we go out on the boat, and yeah, it's just a fun place to live. Only thing we ever worry about down here is just hurricane. Hurricane comes, you got to go. At least I do.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Right. Now the music scene's different, but is there country music in Florida?
Not the same way. No, not the same way. I'm one of maybe 3 guys that does country music down here. Most people do pop and stuff like that. So not against any of that. I do some of that stuff myself. But yeah, but the thing that I don't get, that people don't realize, is that the people that actually got money to spend, people 30, 40, 50, 60s, they love country music. They're not going to be listening to hip hop. They're going to be doing country, So, but yeah, I've always been able to find a place where I've gone to play, and I love playing. Playing at Rick's right now. Love playing over there. Margaritaville's been wonderful to me, and yeah. So we got some good stuff going on. I stay here. Now you can hire me to go do your shows, but you have to pay me well to get off my island. It's really easy for me to just stay here and just go down barefooted tomorrow and play another show.
Oh, right. You get a little comfortable there, especially when you learn really how to reach people digitally. You have your YouTube and your shows and things like that, and you could stay connected.
I always want to start a Facebook show, and I never had, we were so busy in Nashville. It was just hard to want to do anything else. By the time you got home, you didn't want to do music anymore. You did enough for the day. I always wanted to do this show, and yeah, I had a heartbreak, and I'd always wanted this show, and I knew I need to occupy that time, so I started this show, and started doing my music, and we've been here ever since. Thousands of shows. And that's the other crazy thing is we're all been on a campaign right now about Facebook. My Facebook account got hacked. Okay, 4,000 people. It took me 10 years to build. 10 years, not just me. I mean, a bunch of people. Helped me.
This is the choir. I just lost my account 4 months ago for the second time.
Our last month, we had 2,000 new followers, and we had 1.8 million interactions on the page. It was just amazing to me, and how they can allow somebody to come take that from us, I don't understand. And they don't have any way of. Listen, I'm not done with it. I want to keep going with it, but there's not a whole lot you can do. You call, and they don't call you back, and yeah.
No reason, no rhyme. Look, I got hacked. Can I have my account back? They don't answer to anybody. And that's the most disheartening thing. Like, hey, I run ads, I use Facebook. Like, why can you just ignore me? And
I'll tell you what, I was very comfortable with Facebook because that's what I kind of grew up on. That's kind of my age group, I guess. But if we gotta go to one of these other ones, we're gonna do it. We're not gonna sit around waiting for them. I just can't believe that they make great money off my content. And I understand why they wouldn't have a vested interest. So, anyways, anybody out there that wants to get on this, I'd like to get some noise about this Facebook thing. It's not that I don't like Facebook. I don't like the customer service. And
there is no customer service. And you know what? We should get organized. We indie artists should get organized because the bigger artists are protected. They got I lost my blue check mark, which I was really upset about. As a verified artist, nobody cares. I am no longer.
Listen, it cost me a bunch of. I was making some pretty good income on all that stuff, and that all went away like that. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. Anybody. So, anyways, we need to get on this. We need to make this a national thing. Maybe we could get they're going to listen to us if we talk about that.
Yeah, I have an entertainment attorney I work with too. Maybe we should organize a few people. This is for real, and see what we could do to mobilize.
I would tell you, it needs to be done, and I'm willing to go on that journey. I'd travel for that.
I travel for that too. I travel for that.
And it's not that I want Facebook to go away. I want them to that customer service. Come on.
I want some accountability. I want some accountability for what I built up on your page using your resources and money.
Yeah, I agree. Got my little soapbox out there. I didn't intend to go there, but yeah, we need to go there every interview and do something to do on Facebook. I do.
You know what? I really believe indie artists are at their best when they're helping each other, when they're organizing and getting organized.
You have to have a common goal, otherwise we're tearing each other up.
That's right. I don't want to compete with you guys. There's too much talent. I want to work with you guys. I want to hear what you guys are doing,
No, I'll tell you what, it wasn't that big of a deal to me till here recently, but I'm here to tell you, they hit us hard. And there has not been a damn thing we can do about it. And so you just want recourse. You want for a possibility of justice, is really all I want.
Well, we only have 1 more minute, but
oh, sorry.
Now, well, this is interesting because if you go to my Facebook page, 4 weeks in a row, they stopped this live feed and said it was a copyright issue when I had the artists and their songs on it. So I have to always appeal. I win. Listen.
So are you saying I'm on the bad list already?
Right? I'm sorry. I'm on a terrorist watch list for Facebook. I'm sorry, but we're both going there together.
Hey, Dolores, hey, Bob, thank you guys for showing up for me. I got all my fans.
We've had a really great crowd. Bobby, Dolores, Rocky, Tiana, Billy's been with us, Randie, Angela. We've had quite a crew over 7 different platforms tonight. So really, Nancy's been here, Julia. Did I say Dolores? I don't know, but Dolores was here too from the start. Megan. So really, thank you for hanging out with us. We're here every Monday night.
Before you go, I just want to thank you for what you're doing for independent artists. I appreciate you very much. We love you.
Oh, I appreciate you too. And if you know anyone who you think would be good for the show, randieunneal.com/shows. And there's my form. And we can see what we can do about getting them on.
All right.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching, Trenton. Thank you so much.